find a way up this tower. I need to find a way up this tower. I need to find a way up this tower. This tower. I need to find a way up this tower. Plasma ammo isn't gonna do much. To find a way up this tower. They're looking for me. I need to find a way up this tower. I need to find a way up this tower. outside, I can find another way up. Oh, another close one. This must be yours. But there's only one way to be sure. I better check for the relic. The relic. And my focus picked up data on it. It's not a beacon, it's a tourist map of San Francisco. If the Quen could read this, they wouldn't need to send scouts out blind. I should tell Alva.
Aloy! I'm here.
Alva, I found some data I think Bohai might be interested in seeing. I'm sending it to you now.
I'll pass it along.
Thanks. I better take this relic back with me. Give it back to Jomar. Along with the bad news.
Did you?
I'm sorry.
How did he die?
The tower was a sunwing nest. He went in there looking for cover, but he was holding on to that when I found him.
Horace.
I read the data on it. It had a map that can help your people get the lay of the land without risking more scouts. All of us sharing it with Bohai right now. It's a good thing your brother protected it.
I'd trade all the data and the legacy to have my little brother back. But I'm glad that something meaningful came from his death. As promised, you now have access to my weapon stock. If you bring me the right resources, I can make you anything you see there. Actually, why don't you give this a try? One of our best. And if it's of use, you know where to find more.
Thank you. I'm really sorry for your loss.
I know you are. And I'm grateful. my best. Use it wisely. I'd be glad to forge any weapons you need, Ancestor.
Gotta brace myself against this wind.
Hey, the call went well, I take it.
Are you looking for weapons, Ancestor?
Just don't get this last part.
Maybe we can look at it together later. Have a conversation about it.
I'd like that.
Aloy, well met. We've been briefed on our mission, and
Were you able to fit?
indeed,
How were your studies?
I wanted...
And?
I looked up this and learned about the... To think that the ancient... There is no glory or honor in...
That about some... Have you...
The Quen is peculiar. Her mind is sharp. That...
Trust me.
I will take...
You wanted to...
Indeed.
Okay.
Not how. Where.
Sure.
You'll see when we...
Then I'll let you...
You have my
I have to...
Then do not...
Like I said...
May the 10...
Plugging in that power cell downstairs must have turned on these holograms.
Need to find the right strategy. Well, forget it. The man is unbeatable at machine struck.
gather these while I can. Pretty sure this is where Kotalo went. Hey, Kotalo. I'm by the Tremor Tusk site, where we agreed to meet. Want to test that new arm of yours?
I'll be there shortly. Thank you for waiting.
Maybe now you can tell me what we're doing here?
Not just yet. Follow me, please.
Someone's being awfully mysterious.
You took your sweet time telling me what you wanted to do to the bulwark. Consider this my revenge.
Fair enough.
This is it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, you'll see. Come.
All right, talk to me, Kotalo.
I wish to test the arm on that. It has menaced the valley for some time. Killed more than a few of the Sky Clan. But no longer.
I'm honored to help.
After you. Let's see how this thing likes the taste of metal.
Left it! Good!
Well, I think it's safe to say the new arm works fine.
Agreed.
Then why are you taking it off?
This is what I am now. What I overcame. Anything else feels... wrong. Like a disguise. I'll use the new arm when I need it, but the rest of the time, I will simply be myself.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You have my thanks for doing this with me. Here. Something to mark our victory.
Thank you. I'll see you later then.
The Ten be with you, Aloy.
I wonder how much snow's gonna pile up.
There she is. Heard you had an interest.
Maniacs.
I remember that.
At least I got what we...
Good thing I...
You look tired.
Ha! I've just been making... I want to be the...
You'll do fine. Have you spoken with...
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a... She took to that new... I gotta say, but I can see why you...
I should get going.
As soon as you want us...
I'll give you the head...
From the look on your face,
I got Omega clearance.
as soon as you...
I see all of us.
Our new Quen friend?
Yeah, that's all of it for you. Now that I have Omega clearance,
Can't wait to see their faces as they...
better them than us. Once Gaia is back,
The seeds. What?
I'm glad you and Zoph...
Don't forget,
I should go get...
of course.
Is it me, or did the old ones just look... funny?
Funny how?
Yeah, they're close. They're... weird. They're so tight.
For once, I'd have to agree. I'd rip those things to shreds in a fight.
Guess they didn't move around as much.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
I could barely keep up. Varl gave her though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so we showed her to the archive room so she...
Sounds like all... Read anything
I found out the old ones used... Apparently it helped that and some sort of scented... Me, I think.
How are things with that?
Slightly quiet. Apparently the old ones called it metal versus... You'd think we have enough of...
I need to get...
Right. That means we'll be...
Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And...
Okay. How about we take it...
You're right.
You mentioned Eric...
The Zenith, he is known to combing through data related to weapon knowledge our rulers use to that's why he's one of our... But it appears he's yet another
Well...
If only...
Beta mentioned other Zeniths.
I'm afraid whatever legacy that...
Back at the greenhouse.
Diviners are meant to... And many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes that use. But the board of... Like, discover... That is why only over... It ensures that any
What happens...
I never...
You said you owed...
Right. He was an Imperial. As such, he sponsored... And... He took a special whom we could...
Ted Faro.
I know better now. Anyway, the divine... In fact, many of the most important... So the Emperor's nephew might solve our most pressing... If only we could... Perhaps we could... The Emperor... Dozens of ships... Scouting missions... And the Emperor's nephew was named CO. One who wields the legacy for the good... The living... It may seem strange now. We really believe... We had no idea...
You said the
We lost and scores of souls. And that was before. Once we landed and we struggled, there were bright spots, but nothing he became more and more. You heard him spouting. We knew these were, but he was quick to put any.
What a great guy.
The Quen, but what the CO stand for? I'm sorry you had to.
So, Bohai.
He won't execute, but he's. I can't tell you how many times. The best thing I can say to.
Yep. The ancestor.
Yes and no. Those whose legacy medicine.
The CO called Elizabeth's...
Right. Well, of the ancestors. That's how we thought of Sobek. Our limited, missing...
You mentioned...
Her name is Alika. When I it brought on only...
Why?
Alika knew that once you... Not even your... unless you...
Sounds...
Like the focuses we keep. Well, fearful that last time I was alive. Because of my position, I was able to get... But if our crops don't...
I promise I'll do my... I see you've been...
It's been fascinating. What would have taken me years with this could revolutionize. That is,
You wanted data.
a diviner has, and knowing you, but I was sent. Maybe it'll help the.
I imagine you don't...
It's funny because not that you. I mean, you are, but even.
Yeah. I hope everyone...
Oh, and they share. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only.
Sounds
Yeah, you are.
Anything new?
Kotalo showed me this schematic. I recall reading, but technology, like, think of what it could, but...
Replacing body parts. I need to get...
All the plan, it will help.
I hope so.
Then
Welcome back.
There. Let's see what we got.
Alo, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay. This'll break my fall.
Have you seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Aloy. I tried, but it's...
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. A slave. Forever. Varl and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me! Nothing can protect me from them! I told you from the beginning, we'll never beat them! It's hopeless! Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect? Beta, you don't have a defect. Beta, look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having a strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
I know that. But if there were two of me walking around, I'd run for the hills.
Greenhouse files.
I...
Not at all. The ones Gaia and Beta built? Is
Not anymore.
to understand. Oh,
Must be strange. And here on Earth.
yeah, it is. Maybe the legacy tells us she... Or Song Jiao. It is said she... But to the reality. Perhaps
Any more data?
all of... We knew the ancestor... We theorized, but Siri... And we thought the sheer...
Even so, where I grew up, lit by the god. Have you spoke?
A little... So seemed so... and she looked...
You should ask Soda.
maybe.
If you need it.
You have... Gaia's explained your... I've even received some... You know?
What kind?
He...
For now. You mentioned
Yes. It's called Leviathan. The legacy... But the...
another fair.
No. So, if we can... Every year,
Okay,
That's the thing. Would you come with me? You're much better.
of course.
Thank you,
I should go. Make sure you talk.
Mayor Pat.
And, like I said,
I appreciate it.
hey,
I've already got the...
good.
I heard you in...
News travel.
It wasn't
There were just things that...
a healthy crop to those who...
You look like you have...
We're going to war soon, but the more of it makes me realize fighting for that gift
Helps to know you're not...
for a moment that
I don't know what...
as soon as you and
You'll hear.
Aloy, it sounded...
We just...
Does this mean
It does.
that's what all...
Hephaestus...
Hephaestus is... I can always call...
Funny. I hope firing off...
It'll work.
Always up to...
Nah, just...
Yeah. You were right, I guess. But the truth is, he gave me a lot.
He was a good man.
Any last finding?
Not really.
Oh?
When we put Gaia together,
You think they'll listen?
in time,
If anyone can make... What will you and Zoe...
I hope she'll come with me. And I'll go... She'll probably want to talk. We'll figure it out.
I know you will. How does every...
Anxious. I heard Katalo ask, and I know he's been helping.
I hope they aren't...
Like I said,
I'm glad you're coming.
sure there's...
No more running. Hey, I thought
Are you sure we should... Whatever went... Not that I'm judging.
I think we'll be fine.
I'm glad to hear.
After we get Hephaestus...
It wasn't that. Besides, the soldiers, they were fighting. I think they still did it. As long as I can...
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay, enough.
Anybody take you...
Zoe can't stand... I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what... And I'm not putting Varl anywhere near that stuff.
What about...
Now there's a man. Pretty sure we downed half a keg.
I should go.
That same here.
Aloy.
Had a... Really?
I once knew a warrior who...
Did he...
In time.
Think you're ready?
I am to not.
I bet people...
None more than our Quen ally. She couldn't wait to take it up. I gave her the data I used to build.
Good luck with it. You nervous?
If I live, it will be in... What matters most,
I'll do my best. I should...
I await your...
Hello again, Aloy. Hello, Aloy.
Hey, guy.
Yes. Despite the unpleasant, I am pleased to...
Well, do...
Yes. Are you ready to depart? Or we can continue.
So...
You have both. I like to think...
3, then. How's all of us?
As soon a particular information about it, I informed her that I may be...
When I set out to find a witch...
They have all come... Varl has suggested that once the bios...
Yeah, that's... So our plan...
As you wish.
Which is what...
Correct. When we get to Gemini, the second core...
And then you'll be...
Not quite.
How long?
Because the work...
And during that time...
Correct. The energy...
And then we'll have... So
It seems he... Given the tribal... I imagine he would have...
Okay. Aside from Gaia... Elysium. The place where Zero...
Elysium was... My data indicate...
To the Pharaoh...
Unknown.
I found some data in one of the rooms. Why is it there?
My predecessor with primary had everything humans would have evaded.
Can we access...
Unfortunately, I require the preserved...
And for that we need a fest... I found a bunch of... It was like...
During many staff, though this world, I believe, and they would be...
So what...
All systems, as Minerva will no longer be masking this, the facility will be exposed, though without my presence, it is unlikely.
Let's hope so. Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I'll get everyone together.
Connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron network.
It's good to hear your voice. Errand, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position, and mine is too. Mine as well.
Okay. Radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Critical threat detected. Escape containment. Applying countermeasures.
Lock it down!
Terminating external connections.
It's working! It's got nowhere to go!
Capture imminent. Initiate contingency 13F.
Wait, what's that?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
It's cracked.
Look!
Engaging autonomous defenses. Directive neutralize.
That means machines are on their way. Get ready!
Here they come!
Varl, stay here. Protect Beta.
Got it.
Be careful. Better. All of them for now. You two okay?
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled. Chase after Hephaestus. Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core. You don't, Hephaestus!
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there. Some kind of production chamber. Festus is up to something, all right?
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from.
I bet that's where Festus is hiding too.
Looks like there are a couple of ways I could go. Well, that doesn't sound good. Machines are making a beeline for another chamber.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to...
The power. I think that could work.
I think it could. Should be able to catch a ride on one of those metal carriers.
Should be a node you can override near the central platform.
Thanks. I should deal with these machines first.
Increase power output by 74%. Countermeasures deployed. Secondary defense.
Machines on their way.
403.
Beta! Festus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
Extraction critical alpha. Increase incendiary. 400%. Sensor array K2. Six.
network hub. I managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
Nice. Thanks.
Materials well. Retreat to materials. Caster 1.
It sounds like it fled to another chamber.
Well, I'd better not get comfortable.
Energy containment failed. Safe overloading.
Great. Hephaestus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over.
Aloy! More machines keep coming! Please tell me you're getting close!
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
I guess Aaron's missing out!
Anyway, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right? Or some luminous braiding.
And you could reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
For increased connectivity! I think we can do this, Aloy.
Ride on the rail. Go over the shield. Alright. I need to draw Hephaestus out.
There should be another node to override.
Got it.
Override unit security parameters. Intruder detected. Countermeasures. X. Giga 9. Ultra defenses.
Oh, here we go again.
get your access back. Node access restored. Now you can override it.
Good work.
You did the heavy lifting.
C Mark 8 and R Mark 4.
Okay. This is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
Machine Hephaestus was building. It must have finished it.
It's powerful, whatever it is. I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No, Beta. Just stay where you are, okay? Handling the machine's my job.
Okay. Be safe. one more node to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you. No more hiding, Hephaestus!
Retreating to facility core.
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And then we can start the merge.
Because if you... Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Varl. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Aloy. Her core is stable. Hephaestus is 100% contained.
Now we better get started with the merge. It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
To complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully.
Redundant copy. You cost us quite a lot of time. Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it.
Get behind me.
Come on! Quit screwing around!
Now we're having fun, right?
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed.
Hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing? Stop her! I can't even see her!
Beta. Varl. Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast? Okay. What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry about.
We both do. There is much we are trying to save. Not the least of which is in that vault. There's nothing wrong with savoring such treasures for a moment more.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them, and lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen...
incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand, to be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
My old focus.
When we encountered you at the Hades I knew better. After your dramatic, Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave her. When the others were busy, that's when I found this. Not easy to repair, but certainly old. You were like a splash of...
Did you show it?
Of course not. It was them. It's worth noting that I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron.
So I should be grateful.
If you like.
So you know...
What would you like?
Well?
When I was 8,000 drowned, my guardian among my peers, all because of...
Oh.
Aren't we? You were an outcast. Neither did I. First from the profitable, but as it turned, the software I developed was... From there, it was only...
You were a spy?
More like a I had to remain in awe to protect, but despite that...
What happened when...
They painted one where we explored. It was they only intended to. By the time I find Pharaoh's machines were, so I accepted. I wanted Liz to come.
So you didn't know?
I knew it wasn't until I was grateful to say, but the others they built a colony, or fantasy, could be endlessly. It wasn't life. As the decades alone yet again, now finally having.
To do what?
Help you to fulfill a better future.
You said Beta's...
Putting her to work. A difficult time they will compel her if need. She's the only one.
Because you people made her to be...
Idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when that's why I created the date.
So this channel...
Gerard believes he's the most even after 1,000 years. The channel allowed me to interact with it. Offered us a
Until you cut off.
Yes. Though
she felt like you'd side.
I was afraid the punish her. She may not have had the but at least I know it seems, but you must believe.
Why did you make the...
I built a safe place. Cultural, truly some of the...
And you wanted big...
Yes. I thought if she brings something, a heritage data being... I'm sorry, she needed it.
Beta told me your call that you came back.
It's true. After we spent decades... The physical constraints of... To think of what... It might have been a instead we stagnated. It took a cataclysm of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive... We knew of instabilities in the... Estimated. By the time the collapse... Only a few of us made it to ship in time. We set course for left to us.
Which you decide for anyone else.
Not me. He believes it's better to work around the primitive tribes. No, please us. Oh.
What exactly is...
We will make use of a lesson I learned. In this case, a place where a passage that only... When silence, we will enter through this back door, fighting.
Once we're inside...
Here, in Command Center. By then, Gaia, including Hephaestus.
What about the Alpha Apollo on your...
A simple matter others have been dealt. With that in hand, we'll...
How do you know about...
He isn't the only byware.
You hacked his...
No, he's too careful for it. But his subordinate... He gave additional focuses to the
The ones working with...
By tapping their focuses, the distribution of the arming of Tanakh rebels and the secret pact...
But how did he come up...
That's the one thing I haven't... But however he... With it and the Tanakh... Such a shame.
Regala's only interested in... What does she have to...
It's the price without the ability to override machine her little rebellion.
So she trades with the Suns...
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded. And all without ever knowing who the Suns... Yet for all of silence, that blind spot.
While hundreds of Tanakh died. So you knew...
Liz was everything she... And more. You've managed...
I'm not asking about me.
The honest answer. For all the time that I spent, it was...
So when you met...
Not aloof. It was a summit in Paris. Liz gave. She had already achieved great, but in her address, an AI-driven, but actually...
To care about...
Revolutionaries. I watched her after she had spoken with Sid. I could tell she felt uncomfortable. It was as if I didn't want to be a pest, so...
So how did you find...
I picked the morning of the next... She had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. Colleagues. I asked if I could then put forth a question. Was intelligent. Her answer made me realize, but she was very welcoming. Previously, it was only halfway exactly who I was. It was... My business was traffic anonymity. So that was Liz. I came to view our meeting at ship. She always seemed I knew her.
I guess I know the... First Varl. Now Hikaru and the Tanakh. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tanakh survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it. What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise, okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenakt. The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Silence to the table.
Not if. When. Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... We're back at base. What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay. We'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey! Can I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regala is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Kotallo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regala's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith, Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first, we're going to stop Regala.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regala's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
I thought you were gonna go...
I wanted to
Yeah, don't worry. I'll be there when you...
I never doubted them.
Oh, I'm glad you're...
So am I. You should know.
Why doesn't that...
At least we know.
Damn straight.
I know you hate waiting.
Oh, you go... Are you okay? I almost lost it when I...
I'm getting her back.
Understood.
Do you think...
I don't think anyone's ever... I can't tell you she's... That keeps her...
What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, it hurts a little. Yeah, maybe a lot.
What'd you do?
Well, I tried to...
Yeah, maybe...
I was just curious. Turns out
I need to get going.
yeah, do me a...
I'll do my best. You look busy.
My studies are a good Varl. And that's just the beginning.
We won't let... What was...
Flood controls. If we can, then won't have...
Right. Tilda, the Zenith that...
Did she...
She knew Elizabeth. She was...
But you... Where I come from, I'd be careful.
So...
Yes, an entire... There's but still...
And dead. How are you holding...
Varl's... I didn't... Zoe and... But...
They need time.
And what about you?
I don't know. Seems like every...
Patalo, if I were this
Regala still has...
That's...
If my plan... Be ready.
I won't let...
I know. And I haven't forgotten about...
Thank you.
Keep moving, keep warm.
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plainsong and further east to the Nora sacred lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Vala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Vala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds. As verdant limbs wither, roots rot in snow, still the sea rises, as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land. And so it is with us. I'm with child, Aloy. I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini. Instead, one day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but Also, for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them. I'll try to visit again when I can. But for now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on a sunwing and get ready for an entrance Regala will never forget.
I'm gonna clean my gear later. I can do yours if you want.
I cleaned it already.
Yeah, of course. Don't mention it.
Override installed. Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain.
Just you wait, Varl. They're taking those space slugs down.
Think you can manage things here?
Stopping Regala's war.
Yes.
Then I'll make sure the rest...
Okay. I know we both, but once we infiltrate their...
Don't worry. Wherever your arrows...
Let's hope we hit our... We'll be facing Spectre...
Already asked them to... Aaron moves like an O.
How's Aaron doing?
For a moment there, he thought, but he never truly... Guess that Oseram's...
I need to get going.
Whatever you plan on doing against...
I'll try. Okay, I need to find a sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain. Good. There are sunwings up here. I'll have to approach them quietly. can't override that machine until I find the right cauldron. Got it. Whoa! Head rush. Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines referred to as Tallnecks. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it. Arrowhand. I can see the whole village from up here. Maybe I should check in on it after I've dealt with Regala. Turned around up here. I should head back. I should learn this thing. There's a Tallneck. Need to get on top of its head. Know how to land this thing. Made it. Just got over it. Okay, Tilda. I've overridden the Tallneck.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
close to that. Rebels. Reinforcements ready. Heading for the Grove. I hope the cover on this lock can hold out a little longer.
Wings of the Ten! Coming for me! Are the Ten? Keep flying!
There's the energy cell. Right on the Titan's back. Got the cell. Now on to the Grove. Pulse from the Tallneck should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any Horus I fly to. Could be useful, even after I deal with Regala. Go.
It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
She flies on the wings of the Ten.
The tide has turned! Push through!
End of the line, Hakara. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible?
Regala!
bloodshed. Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
If you want my blood...
Alright, so that's how it's gonna be.
That is left of your stock.
Okay.
Here it comes! You can't hide forever!
I'm empty.
Don't give up! I'll slit the muscles from your body and hang you from a... This is where it ends!
Yeah, it is.
I will rise above! I will... I will paint this hallowed soil with your blood. Let me end your
Grab this on the go.
Fight until death! You know I would serve you!
Here I am again, on my knees before bootlicks and cowards. Go ahead, run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the 10. You who challenged her by our rights. You must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die. I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead. Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about will be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes. My blood is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
I'll hold you to it.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room. He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regala.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, You have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Armor for the battle ahead. May it keep you safe.
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tenakth for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tenakth army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Aloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late. Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board, so head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Now that I can fly, I'll see what else. Do before I head back.
Guess I was wrong.
You doubted the chief's word?
I mean, it's a vision that no one else could ever see.
Stand up straight, Cavo. Aloy's here. So, Aloy, you've added yet another deed to your name, and I'm guessing by the look in your eyes that you're not done yet.
Not quite.
Is there anything we can do? We owe you that much.
After everything you've been through, you're one of the best people to support Hikaru's bid for peace. Not just between the clans, but with the Carja too.
And I will. You have my word.
And until my last breath, I'll make sure the tribe remembers all that you've done for us.
Trade, maybe? Repay.
Honor and strength.
If it isn't the flame of the desert.
And so the Wings of the Ten found us when things were at their direst.
I'm not some legend come to life, Jataka.
That may be, but we will always be in your debt.
You know,
Aloy! Oh, Aloy! Never doubted you knew how to make an entrance, but that, oof, that was something else.
Didn't think I'd find you here.
You know, I just thought a battle that'll be sung about for generations wouldn't sound as epic if the Desert Commander were missing. I would not have shown Regala mercy. Who might argue with the champion killer?
So,
Yeah,
Hikaru
shut
keeps
up
quiet.
about it. Honorable warrior. You up for a game of strike later? Aloy!
Warbreaker, back with
Okay.
the wings of the Ten.
But you should know that I got some.
You've racked up a lot of deeds, haven't you?
Well, good thing I have a little something.
Nice
called
choice of
strategy.
armor.
I always knew.
Good day, champion.
Honor and strength.
Your enemy is mine. You may pass, ally.
I'm trying to spot through the roof. hot as an Othram forge, as Erend would say. Gotta bring the drone down to grab its data. Maybe if I jump onto it? All these machines for. Wonder what a merchant would trade for this. I'm making good use of this. Going down! Got it! Taking you with me! I should grab the drone's data now that it's...
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
Did you see Katala's new arm? I never thought I'd see metal bound to flesh in that way.
Yeah, he seems happy with it. Probably because he could crush me like a grape.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that? Okay. Data module's in. All right, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Okay. Almost time to go after Beta and Gaia. Might be good to check up on everyone first.
Yeah?
I was thinking we could spot.
We're finally doing.
Never thought up. I can. Oh, earlier you mentioned something about. I'm just saying.
You,
I tried. And you say she.
I think so. Doesn't look like it.
Yet. So, I've been.
Don't worry.
Looking forward.
For.
Thanks. I was. So he. Vala.
You know, we. And you.
I guess we. If.
If that one's not working...
Yeah, little bugger saved my butt with those Spectra. Besides...
Wouldn't want to spoil it. I guess silence is keeping...
I was hoping you'd give me...
Please don't...
You telling me you wouldn't want to... After everything...
Sure. You think...
Yeah? Oh.
So, how...
For what? Thinking some... And when it was Earth, the cards you thought...
Oh, but...
As she defeated... And the mad son, he enjoyed it.
Remember, that's how she met Avad.
Yeah, but what? No, he knew their... He got her everything she...
I get the feeling...
Oh, man. Ursa, but Avad...
She made...
As perfumed...
That would...
Oh, I worked like... They paid a traveling merchant. All good story.
I guess
I'll see you at the rendezvous.
I wouldn't have it... I hope everybody's ready.
Aloy, at least...
Thanks. Everyone here...
You know, he realized, to be honest, So, he brought up this hologram of... We sat there. How every corner and any feet... I miss him.
I know. Thoughts on our new...
I'd say she smells like death, but she's more like a cold piece...
She's... ready to head...
Whatever comes.
Have you talked...
Erend and I tried speaking to Silence, but...
Charming. You and Erend seem...
He may have terrible... And that ale he keeps raving about, I still plan on beating that stuff.
Try not to hurt... I should go.
Before you...
What is it?
You place this focus. If I should fall in battle.
So...
Make sure you stay alive.
Let's... You nervous?
I'd be lying.
The plan will...
Right.
I suppose you...
I almost went up to her. Every diviner I know would... But now that she's here, I don't know if I'm... Probably both.
The rest of us should be... But you'll...
What?
I don't know. Once all...
I don't know. If I go back... Or what they do to me for... Even if I suck... Would I be buried away? Would I dare challenge? Or... Losing Federa?
Who's this?
She... We used... I hated her, but apparently we became very close. She
Well, that was smart.
Yeah, I don't know about...
I do. Are you...
I was wondering. She seems...
Don't worry. The Zenith.
If you...
I hope our new...
The Silent...
Yes. He refuses to...
Oh.
You know that...
Our...
Yeah. I want you to...
Whatever. I never thought...
Come on. Katala...
I'm not afraid. I know Katala... If we die doing... We'll try. I'll make truth...
Did you need something? Bravo. You managed to swim.
Not a chance. I thought you said the...
There's always... But that's not why you're here.
Since when were...
Since you turned this modest success.
Okay, so you're big... You learned about... Then you came up with a plan to defeat... And to get the Tanakhs to fight, or rather this...
Did you have an actual...
So all this time, even why couldn't...
When I learned of the Zenith, I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tanakh, and I knew you would never... Thus, I...
Why create... You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinker...
They were a necessary safeguard. Through the sons of Prometheus.
You wanted me to surrender to the...
Based on everything I knew about, thereby keeping you out of...
So you really didn't...
No.
Detail? Well, I guess if it... Tell me about the...
I've upgraded the delivery... No. But I'd be a fool to reveal... Yes. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work.
Why help Regala?
Before Regala's rebellion, even if I gained his ear, he would...
So helping a...
Yes. She would have led the tribe and...
While I was out...
The tribe...
Their entire tribe, don't you want to...
No. They shrouded the Nub...
Yes, what...
Did it not?
So those run-ins, we found...
You must have needed Omega.
Worse than you...
He single-handedly wiped out...
Let me guess. You would have screamed...
For a start.
Alright, Silence. And... try not to mess with Tilda.
Ah, yes. For someone to live as long... Well...
Yeah.
Survival...
Do you know...
Oh, I know.
Oh, a field?
Remember,
up into the Zenith base intact if we want to take their shields down.
I'll be gentle with it. I promise.
Good. Without it.
Focus. It's Varl's. I used to think no Nora would ever accept one. But Varl did. Even when he was overwhelmed. He refused to let me push him away.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. You're truly...
I've been thinking about it was more than that.
Perceptive is...
Okay, so...
I was an orphan, and then I met Liz. I thought it was just shop. Soon we were flying halfway. For the first time, I think Liz felt the same way. But as time passed, it seemed as though she...
So helping me.
A second chance. I made a mistake leaving Earth. So when I saw you, I knew I had to help you.
You said before that you're not like the...
Out of necessity. Both when Earth was consumed, I did what I had to. Hence the data channel with...
Why did you make the...
I built that house as a shelter to weather cultural artifacts of...
And you wanted bait?
Yes. I thought if she... A heritage... I'm sorry,
Why do you think Elizabeth...
I've wondered that. She was brilliant. But it also felt like... I think...
I found her after Farzineth's attempt.
Yes.
I think she regretted how...
Did she? Thank you for telling me. And that her last impression of me was as a fun...
What else can we expect?
As I mentioned, they're also printing facilities.
What for?
First for use in the bases.
When I was out in the wilds?
It was likely faring after hundreds of years disaster construct.
Have you figured out?
No, and I'll admit it bothers me. I am confident.
How many of them are?
10, including...
When Beta escaped, who was she?
A dull star. Unlike most of Farzin, Verbena at age 24, she was someone.
What?
In a way, yeah.
Well, she must...
She was her own brand.
So, Eric...
I believe he got... On Earth, he was the founder. Even as he found there were all... But on... In
all of his tribe.
Then they would...
What can you tell me?
He was the head. It made him...
What does...
Buy more. Gerard, but beneath it was... Well,
we'll deal with...
I would...
Okay, so...
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth.
And let me guess.
Most, but not all. There were... She founded the Holland, and I had our immortality tree. But then there were others. His only real when I think about all...
Okay.
I'll be here, and thank you, A. My past is... I see Liz's dream.
Maybe we can make it...
We will.
You know, we've never played Machine Strike together.
Looks like there's still holdouts in that rebel camp.
Haven't seen you...
I saw you fly on the wings. I would say that...
Thank you.
It is I. All that remains.
We're lucky to have... What did Chief...
You spilt... There was...
Well...
Indeed.
Your people...
The Farah. It is why the chap... And so...
I won't lie.
I can only...
Did you meet...
There is some... I wouldn't be surprised.
Honestly... Things will get up...
I would have many soldiers, though I...
Leave that to...
As you say.
Now that
The bulwark.
I'll try.
I know.
Look, I know, but I want her...
It is more than...
Thank you. We didn't really get...
There was... If he were to knock Varl's brave among the most distinct... When the fight is done...
I'm sure he... I'll see you soon.
It will be...
I see you've got your new arm ready to go.
Yes. It still feels strange. I've gotten used to the absence, but no matter. I'm sure I will need it before the attack on the Zenith base is through.
The rebel holdouts can't be allowed to continue their pointless fight.
Oh, before I forget, I watered those plants. I just know they meant a lot to you, and, well...
Delana must have left this for me on her way back east. I wish she could have stayed. But I know Meridian and the Lodge need her. Well, now I know where metal flowers come from. A last-ditch effort to stop the Pharaoh Plague. Demeter must have started distributing them after it took refuge in the greenhouse. There's Gwen stuff in here now. Must be Alva's.
Welcome back, Aloy.
This place smells wrong. No sand or wind, only cold steel. And the others up there, your squad.
They can hold their own. And as for this base, it may not be what you're used to, but it is a shelter.
Call it what it is. A cage.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for now I wait in my cage for your word. Tell me when to strike.
The whole time I've been in the... I'd at least like to...
You were among the enemy.
Why?
Dorak. And the Karja pushed into my brother's squad was among the... But the Karja captured... It was too late.
So you...
Vengeance to tear down the car, hunt down every last of. But my chief betrayed.
How did Fashav told me how he became a marshal. He earned it just like any Tenakth.
It was an insult. No Outlander can ever deserve to wear our armor, bear our marks. And then a Karja messenger was brought before us? That's when I knew. I had to run my blade through Hakaru and drag his treacherous corpse to the gates of the Sundom.
What happened when the
The quivering priest bore a mess. Suddenly the Karja wanted a true Tenakth. Their blood exists. He showed himself a Karja-loving traitor
and lost.
His mercy. I vowed never so within a day.
The deal you made. How did Silence...
That name means nothing to me. My agreement?
So all this time...
If it was a trick, I would have crushed the terror. I bet you...
I don't think so. What about you?
Had I killed these Zeniths would have been but because of you.
Because of me. Are you really?
I have no reason.
Really?
I failed to kill Hakaru. Failed to eliminate you. No Tenakth would follow me now. The Karja remain out of my... all I have left. So show me.
All right.
Ever since... But if I'm... then it might as well be with the one.
I'll let you know when it's...